Racing this time, jumped in a nice even line too, and one of the early leaders is Bumptious from Bramble Rose, and Ribe going up quickly. The heavily backed Shower of Roses, Lash not far away with Bullaborg Easy, and then comes Sierra Dane, Miss Bowie, followed by Raspberry Ripple, Sabino Canyon, Thurman, Hyrogram, Moon Pointed, All Gold. Shower of Roses straight to the lead now, and past the 1600, Shower of Roses opens up 2.5 lengths on Bullaborg Easy. Ribe on the inside is third, a length and a half to Lash, followed by Bramble Rose and Sierra Dane. A length the Bumptious, who got back a little after a good jump from Raspberry Ripple and Miss Bowie. 2 lengths Sabino Canyon, Moon Point. Then Thurman as they string out. Hyrogram next to last, and All Gold is the tail ender. Down the back they go, and Shower of Roses at the 1200 marker must lead 7 lengths. Bullaborg Easy second, 2 Ribe, and then Sierra Dane. Lashed on the outside of the New Zealand filly Bramble Rose, and about 2.5 to Bumptious. Shaded on the inside by Raspberry Ripple, then Miss Bowie, Sabino Canyon, Moon Point, Thurman, Hyrogram and All Gold. It's Shower of Roses steadied coming onto the side of the track for Chrissy Muntz, and as they work their way to the 800, Shower of Roses must be still 6 lengths on Bullaborg Easy, and as they work down the side, Sierra Dane is third, 2.5 to Bramble Rose, and then Ribe, followed by Raspberry Ripple and Lashed on the outer. More than a length then to Miss Bowie on the fence, and then Bumptious, Moon Point and Sabino Canyon, then Thurman, Hyrogram and All Gold. It's Shower of Roses, the leader, coming to the corner. She's about 3 lengths on Ribe, the immediate challenger. Bullaborg Easy third, followed by Bramble Rose off the rails, and then Bumptious and Raspberry Ripple. Can she keep going? Shower of Roses at the 300. She's a length and a half on Ribe and Bramble Rose, and then Raspberry Ripple, Bumptious and Bullaborg Easy. Shower of Roses comes down to the 150, a length and a half. Bramble Rose on the outside is starting to close the gap. Shower of Roses still in front of Bramble Rose, and Shower of Roses a mighty win. Shower of Roses beat Bramble Rose and Raspberry Ripple, then Ribe, Bumptious, Thurman, followed by Hyrogram, Lashed, Sabino Canyon, Bullaborg Easy, then Moon Point, Miss Bowie, All Gold, and Sierra Dane knocked up to run last.
Shower of Roses, Gay Waterhouse for the Guree team. Wayne Harris is with me. Wayne, a daring ride by Chris Muntz.
Yeah, the blinkers on today. He let us slide forward. At Kembla Grange, when she was beaten odds on favourite last start, sat 3 wide with the 3 leaders in a row there and just did it too tough. Everyone wanted to tell you the other day she couldn't win. Obviously, she was well supported today, ran them off their legs. The blinkers obviously switched her on, Brendan.
What a stunning ride, and what a good run from the Kiwi. Bramble Rose, Raspberry Ripple, the other Kiwi, into third position. Okay, Richard Friedman's with Gay Waterhouse.
Gay, fantastic, wasn't it? She led all the way.
What a performance. You know, a lot of people knock people when they pay big money for horses, you know, with your brother and your family, and it's so lovely when it's vindicated in a Group 1 race like today. Fabulous performance by Shower of Roses. Oh, I got the puffs.
Now, the move to put blinkers on and go to the front, that was the plan?
Well, she raced very greenly at Kembla and raced off the speed and was sort of completely lost. And we put the blinkers on it, and it was as though I was training a colt, not a filly. Walked around the place snorting and carrying on, and I said to Mr. Kowenko, boy, has this filly transformed.
Yeah, she's great. She's only a little light thing, but she can really stick the distances.
Not little, but light, and I think that's just because she's going through a growth phase. But I can assure you, whatever you see now, look out in the spring.
Well, congratulations, it was a great effort.
Thank you for that.
From a breeding perspective, Wayne Harris, this is a blood sister to Octagonal by Zabeel out of a daughter of 8 Carat. The breeding value now, she's a Group 1 winner. They purchased her for more than $1 million a year.
Certainly, Brendan, and the only time she was out of a place was last start, so obviously she was off a game on that occasion. Gay, so just marvellous how she can turn these horses around. I tell you what, you had to be taking with them 2 Kiwi fillies. Both, I thought, we mentioned before the race, Bramble Rose was well supported. She went up and she tried very, very hard, but Raspberry Ripple was another one doing her best work at the finish, and she was very fiery in the yard. It's the first time I've set eyes on her. Don't know if that's her normal pattern, but she can settle down. They're going to be hard to beat in a race like the Oaks.
Well, that does bring the Kiwi fillies form right into contention, doesn't it? Prepared by the legendary Frank Ritchie.
It's true, Bone Crusher. It just makes you wonder, like, we just think one of the biggest stoushes you ever seen was Bone Crusher and now Waverley Star. We've seen, I think, the next one today was Freemason and Northerly, so Frank Ritchie had to be here on the day.
We sure did. 8-4-9 across the line. And it's Shower of Rose from Bramble Rose and Raspberry Ripple. Here's the reaction shots. Gay Waterhouse and the team, the Guree team, the red with black stripes that have enjoyed so much success in the past few seasons. Have a look at that. They've got a lot to celebrate. Chris Muntz What a cheeky ride. Like, he took off 8 and 9 ahead of them at one stage.
That's true. I'm filthy. I was on her at Kembla Grange. I thought she was a good thing down there. As I said, obviously I had a day off on that occasion, but today I think Chris just said, well, I'm on a fit filly, trained by Gai Waterhouse, run them off the legs, and that's what she did.
And she was crunched late in on-course betting, as we mentioned. She got out, then was crunched back in, was crunched even further after we threw up to Ian Craig. Chris Muntz about to return. That sets the scene for a golden slipper. How good's this next race going to be, Wayne?
Brent, I think it's going to be one of the, there's no standouts this year. All the two-year-olds are coming in good form. They've been running good times. I think we're going to see a lot of form and a lot of great three-year-olds out of this. It's going to be the best jockey on the day that gives his horse a chance through the race. I think that'll win it.
Well, let's have a look at the golden slipper market as Chris Muntz returns to great adulation. Hasna from Cousy, Polar Success, Legally Bay, 9, 1, 8 and 11. The Sky ratings can tell you the 13 is an equal fourth pick. Cousy and Niello, the two stablemates, both well fancied. Exceed and Excel at $11 and Polar Success at $12. How will the White Alley help her chances or otherwise? Secret Land's the other one, which is an equal fourth rater for the slipper, and Shamik is just outside the top 5 in ratings. Secret Land is the tote favourite. Will it be Gage Day, or will John Hawkes with one of 7 runners? It's an exciting battle.
Well, there's only about 5 other trainers that have a runner in there, Brendan, so that they've stacked the field up pretty well there. I'm surprised, actually, Gay didn't put blinkers on Secret Land. She's got a bit of a habit of switching on and off through a race, and that's the only thing that might beat her today. But I'm with Legally Bay. I think she gets a good run through the race, and she should finish off quite well.
OK, Richard Friedman's about to link in with Chris Muntz.
Yeah, she really put her best foot forward today with the blinkers on, made her focus a lot more, and it's a top-class filly.
You gave her a little breather coming to the turn, but when you asked her to go again when the others come to you, she just bounded away again.
Exactly, yeah, she's got a wonderful turn of foot when she's given a chance to settle and relax like that, and the race panned out beautifully for her.
Well done, mate. Great ride, Secret Land next day.
Thanks, mate.
There he is, Chris Muntz, the winning rider.
Simon Bills for Chris Muntz. He knows all about winning big races, doesn't he, Chris? And the experience comes to the fore. You've been here before, Wayne. Not only was the first ever apprentice, an honour they can never take off you with Century Miss. You've run a couple of good seconds.
Oh, a lot of seconds and thirds, Brendan. I think I was placed 6 times in the slipper. It was a good race to me, apart from only winning it the once. I was around the money most of the time. And I'm still the youngest, but Craig Newitt is trying to be the youngest after today. He's 18 and 1 month. I was 18 and 4 months. I think Darren was 18 and 6 months when he won it.
He's on 100 to 1 shot, Wayne, as we watch Shower of Roses, the regally bred Zabeel filly out of Marquise, a Group 1 winning daughter of 8 Carat. Regally bred, gets Group 1 next to her name. Ribe looked to challenge, but just tied out with the Kiwi fillies, Bramble Rose and Raspberry Ripple.
Maybe she just needed that run the way Sydney Way are going too.
OK, Richard, you've got a very proud owner.
I certainly have. I've got with me Mr. Eduardo Cuenco, the owner of Shower of Roses. Eduardo, you paid plenty of money for her, but it's all come to fruition now. She's worth every penny of it.
Well, it's all worth it now. Thank you.
Did you think she could keep going when she got to the top of the straight in front?
No, in fact, before the race, we were a bit worried. She was, I was asking if she were, in fact, tailing off because she's rather on the lean side now compared to the last time I saw her. Of course, that was a year ago. But they said she was working very well, and we were debating as to whether this race would really decide whether she would run in the Oaks or not.
Well, she'll be running in the Oaks?
I guess she would now. I guess Gay would want her to run the Oaks.
Oh, well, it's fantastic. You put so much into racing, you deserve everything you get out of it, and it's great to see you here with another big winner.
Thank you very much, but we've been enjoying ourselves. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Mr. Eduardo Cuenco.
The high fives were happening with the team, weren't they? And what a fortnight it's been for them. Their Derby winner, Don Eduardo, retired. He's off to start at Fayette Park in New Zealand. And now they get another Group 1 winner.
Yeah, they seem to be able to produce the horses. They've got well-bred horses, I suppose, Brendan. It does help, but they're great for racing. They just keep turning that money over, and the good horses keep appearing.
Oh, Wayne, well, let's catch breath, update the market, Flemington. It's 2 and 3 equal ahead of 1 and then number 7. The track has been upgraded to dead. You will see some Sky ratings that differ from this morning's inside running because the firm track ratings now take effect. That is dead, good and fast tracks. The firm track ratings and slow and heavy are the wet track ratings. Gallic for Matt Pump are all of the rage. Pants on fire at $16. Rose Hill's on fire. We're back with the Slipper Countdown after this. Rider in history to win.
Well, Craig, you're looking to be the 3rd apprentice ever to win the Golden Slipper. Now, I'm the youngest so far at 18 and 4 months. How old are you?
18 and 1 month, so beat you by 3 months.
Yeah, well, I hope you can win, mate. You know a bit about this horse, Snip Attack. You won on the horse down in Tasmania?
Yeah, I won him down there. He won pretty good down there. Like, he jumped straight to the front. Done a couple of things wrong, just being a new place, but like, it's going to be a high pressure race today, and hopefully he can settle 5th, 6th, somewhere around there and have a little bit of luck.
Mate, you're pretty level-headed. I've watched you and heard plenty of you here on Sky. How do you prepare for today's race?
Just try and take it as a normal race day. Try not to let the big occasion get to you, but it's a bit hard looking up at the grandstand. But no, just sort of soak it in and have a good day.
Yeah, it'd be awesome if you can win too. Now, the other ride in the day is Lovely Jubbly. You would have seen a bit of her race.
Yeah, I've seen her race a bit. She's a very good galloper on a day, and like, she got back to a good form of last year when she ran a good race the other week here. But if she's drawn a little bit awkward, but if she gets a little bit of luck, she'll be right in it.
Okay, mate. Well, good luck with Snip Attack in the slipper. I don't hold too many records. I hope I can still hold this one after today, but I'd be probably the happiest bloke on the course apart from you if you can win.
Thanks very much.
Thanks very much.
Wayne Harris there talking with the man who could well topple his record as the youngest ever winning rider of a Golden Slipper. There's a lot to look forward to in this 2-year-old dash. A mad blur of colours, 70-second frenzy they call it, and we'll have plenty more shortly. Let's go to Cheltenham where El Diablo's the favourite. This is the second leg of the quaddie.
Comes in now. Favourite El Diablo, who's had about 3 knee operations.
This is the third leg of the quaddie from Flemington. 10-2 won the first 2 legs. This is the penultimate leg as we rejoin Greg Miles.
Jude's Law coming in. Right, Brendan, it's been a good betting race here, but it really is surrounding the top 3. Clearly the best tried on track is Glefty, and it's trimming up on the tote all the while. They're equal favourites now. Gallic opens short, but he's continued to ease out at every call, and Glefty has joined him at the head of betting, with only 40 cents away to Diamond Jake. So there's not much between the 3 of them, in fact, and they do dominate the race out then to Obtuse and Dance on Wood. Not too far away from a start. Track was upgraded to dead at 2:43, and just the last few to get ready now. Earlier today we saw Converge win over the 2,000 metres in race 4, and Connections, all the owners, are going to have a think about sending that horse up to the AJC Derby. He was quite impressive in a fairly strong run race. Previous one by Pentastic, placed in the 2 derbies in Melbourne and Sydney, and he came with a storming run right around the field from second last at the turn to win. Now they're nearly ready. Diamond Jake is going to come along and complete the lineup. He's drawn the outside of the 13 runners. Moves up now for Sam Highland. So they're all in, ready to go. 2,560. Dance on Wood bouncing around in the gates. Gallic standing okay. Denali alongside him. Racing. And a good start. Denali jumping well with Gallic, and Obtuse was away fast. Pants on Fire written for pace early, and Builder's not far away from them. Glefty getting back as usual. He's second last with the Grey Insomnius ahead of him. Good charge early, and there's a few working here. Tin Arch over on the outside with Show and Power. Booting through his Umbula, Pants on Fire and Obtuse as they leave the straight. Diamond Jake has got a beautiful cart. How did he get in there? He's 4th on the rails from the outside gate. Out to the 2,000, and Obtuse goes to the lead ahead of Umbula, and a length and a half away at the 2,000 to Pants on Fire. Show and Power is 4th, and Diamond Jake's 5th on the rails. Followed a neck away by Gallic, and 2 lengths behind these is Denali. Being followed further back in the field then by Tin Arch, and they're trailed about a length and a half away by Misty Princess, who's in between horses. Jude's Law's on the fence. Insomnius is not having a lot of luck. It's over on the outside, just easing back to try and slot in one away from the rail. Dance on Wood is on its inside, and Glefty last of all. Out past the 1,600, and Obtuse is the leader. Sets a reasonable tempo, out by about a length and a half as they go out to the 1,400 metres. Umbula is in second placing. Pants on Fire is third. A length to Show and Power, a length to Diamond Jake. 3/4 away to Gallic, who's in 6th placing over on the outside, and then Denali, followed by Tin Arch, a length and a half to Jude's Law, Misty Princess, 2 lengths further back in the field, Insomnius on the outside of Dance on Wood, and 2 to Glefty last by the 1200 metres. And Obtuse on top, Umbula second. In third placing, Pants on Fire, and they're followed 3/4 away by Show and Power, 1.5 Denali. Gallic is having a beautiful trail on the outside at the 1,000 metres, being trailed then by Denali. Tin Arch outside it, 1 Misty Princess, who's taking off now. 2 to Jude's Law, Dance on Wood, being followed by Insomnius, and about 2 lengths away is Glefty, patiently ridden at the tail of the field, and is now going through on the inside of Insomnius. Up to the turn, Misty Princess kept that long run going and has joined Umbula and Obtuse on the rail. Right behind these as they swing around the corner is Dance on Wood, who's taken off to join the leaders, and Gallic's come inside him. They're followed then by Pants on Fire, Diamond Jake as they swing the corner. Glefty getting to the outside but is under the whip and about 6 or 7 away from the leader, which is out wide now. Dance on Wood going up with Gallic to hit the lead from Umbula, grinding away. And they're followed by Pants on Fire. Back behind these horses then Show and Power, Glefty passing the 200. Gallic bursts through in the middle now and hits the lead. It's Gallic drawing on from Umbula, and then Dance on Wood followed by Glefty, but it's Gallic clear for Matt Pumper. A double coming up for Matt, and down goes Gallic to win well. Gallic first, second goes to Umbula, third Dance on Wood, and then came Pants on Fire and Glefty, trailed by Diamond Jake, Denali. Next to finish was Show and Power, Misty Princess, Jude's Law, and then a long break in the field to Tin Arch at the tail end in company with Obtuse and Insomnius.
The Lloyd Williams colours with Gallic giving Matt Pumper and Brad Mazzato a double 257. It's fitting that Lloyd Williams gets a double on Slipper Day, isn't it?
Yes, he's won a slipper, Merlin. It was quite a while ago now when Greg Hall was his jockey, but Matt Pumper there doing the job there on Gallic, and good runs from Umbula and Dance on Wood, who came from last, I think, at about 600.
1996 it was.
Was it?
When the Bonnie Little filly collected the cash.
That's right, we got a lifetime of beer.
Has this run out yet?
No, I have to talk to Lee about that. I haven't seen any for a while.
Callaway Girl's about to resume in Brisbane. She's the fancied runner ahead of Satashi and Alpine Express on page 1. Pumper and also Brad Mazzato. Well, Sky, ratings for the Amy Golden Slipper. We're on the countdown. We're 19 minutes away. Richard, are you getting excited?
Oh, I'm very excited. No, I am. It's a great thing if you've got a horse to a Golden Slipper and half a chance to win it, you know. That's all you need.
And Hasner is one of those koozies, been well tried. It's 9, 1, 8 and 11. I'll give you some comparisons to help you out at home. Koozie, well, it's the one which has been well tried. And at longer odds, it's stablemate Dorky enjoying support as well. There's page 1 of betting. Niello has been easy. Legally Bay's been kept safe. The stablemate to Niello and Koozie. And Secret Land has been easy, getting out around a full point on course. Well, is there someone to upstage Gai Waterhouse or John Hawkes, Richard Freedman? Perhaps it's a boy from the bush who's come to town with a very big reputation, Tim Martin.
As the autumn sun rises over Rosehill Racecourse, it's easy to tell there's something on Tim Martin's mind, and that's winning his first Amy Golden Slipper.
You'll be running the race over in your head 1,000 times before Saturday, but that's the case in most races. You always run them over in your head, trying to work out which horse to follow in a race or whether you will lead or etc. I mean, no one ever leads and wins the slipper, so we'll be looking to take a sit and get behind a horse, as I said, that'll take us into the race.
And training your horses at the scene of the event must make it play on your mind even more.
Well, that's right. You get up in the morning, your focus is to get to the stables and take the horse's temperature, and you focus on that horse straight away. I mean, people say you're going to try and spread your eggs, but you focus on the horse, you do your worksheets, you watch all your horses work, but you can't wait to get back in from the middle to check Exceed Excel and see how he is and check his legs, and you really focus on the horse a lot.
2003.
And that's the excerpt from the feature story, which was awarded to Joe McKinnon for media excellence in the countdown to the Golden Slipper. There he is, Exceed Excel, high-priced son of Danehill. Will be taking you through each of the runners with Wayne Harris right after Doomben. And we're 17 minutes off. On course, as mentioned, Koozie has been spanked in. Halle enjoying support as well at longer odds. So, and the news has come through from the stewards that Halle Berry will be ridden back off the speed today. How far back, not exactly sure, but that was information the stewards have passed on. In the meantime, all eyes are on the return of Callaway Gal at Doomben, taking on the older horses. We're back very, very soon here at Rosehill, where the jockeys are being introduced as we speak. But here's Alan Thomas.
Yeah, it's hard to believe we're coming to Callaway Gal.
Well, to me, the...
Not actually to the day. It was run a bit earlier, a couple of weeks earlier, the Golden Slipper. We were toasting Callaway Gal, Bruce Brown and Scott Seamer after they won the big Golden Slipper last year. Hard to believe 12 months down the track. And this filly, Callaway Gal, hasn't won a race since. Now, I know that's pretty hard to believe, but I'm afraid that's the facts. And she's a bit on the toe here today too. Hasn't grown all that much. She looks like that's her going into the gates in the orange colours. She strengthened just a tad, I'd say, tonight, last time I saw her. On Callaway Gal. She's drawn barrier number 5. No doubt they'll try and ride her with a sit. Gee, she's on the toe, Callaway Gal. She's on the move. They steady down. Satashi stands up well. Alpine Express, Empyrean, and they're racing. And Callaway Gal left the stalls in a big hurry. In fact, she's the early leader. Noble Carpet's going on its outside in the early part. Hot Secret tracks that pair to third, followed by Alpine Express. Awesome Night and Vivid Misser going up, and Golden Eye just behind them. Eminent Chevelle deep around the first corner, followed by Kaissa, Satashi, Empyrean. A long way back, Johan Lover, followed by Elite 10, and last of all, Stormy Lodge. Vivid Miss found the front, 700 metres to go. 3 lengths to Callaway Gal. She's in a great spot on the inside of Noble Captive. A length and a half to Hot Secret on the inside of Awesome Night. Eminent Chevelle's out deep on the track, and then Alpine Express inside Golden Eye. Satashi deep, and then Kaissa, Empyrean, Elite Ted, Johan Lover, and Stormy Lodge sees them all. On the turn, Vivid Miss the leader. Here's Callaway Gal. She's been called upon for the effort. She's after Vivid Miss. Eminent Chevelle on the outside. Then Hot Secret, Noble Captive, and Awesome Night. Vivid Miss in front at the 250 metres mark from Eminent Chevelle. Callaway Gal can't go home. The back markers are coming. Awesome Night. Kaissa's bursting through. Eminent Chevelle hit the lead. Kaissa is storming home on the outside with Alpine Express, but Eminent Chevelle has won from Alpine Express. Third, either Kaissa or Hot Secret near the fence from Golden Eye. Next home in the race, Awesome Night pulled up quickly going over the line. The Noble Captive, Vivid Miss, Johan Lover, Empyrean, Callaway Gal didn't go home at all. Next to last in the race was Elite 10, and last time is Satashi.
Well, a blowout result, Eminent Chevelle, Dale Evans for Bruce McLaughlin, 11-2 and a photo. As mentioned earlier, we're informing you of the style of the value bet service. Dominic Byrne has announced free of charge. Value bets on the slipper to win. 9 Hasner, 12 Haileyberry. For multiples include 1 Koosie and 13 Secret Land. 9 and 12 ahead of 1 and 13 for multiples. Let's look at them parade. There's Koosie. It's been crunched on course, Wayne Harris.
He has. He's been really spanked in the parade, Brendan. Sorry about that. He looks well in the parade too. He's got the 2 alley. He's been doing a few little things wrong in his races, but I'll tell you what, if he switches on today and the support's there, he's going to be very hard to beat.
Exceed and Excel, Danehill Colt. The breed's got a good record in this race.
It has, and he's a horse that's really tightened up in condition too. He's been really pushed hard for this race today. Pity he's drawn where he has, because I think he had a great chance in the race before the draw. Luck and running's going to play a big toll here.
Hammerbeam dethroned Murphy's Blue Boy. The track's firm. That brings him into the race.
It does, and there'll be a lot of speed in the race too. He'll get back and be storming home.
And he's massive overs. He's halved his on-course price. Number 4 is Snip Attack, one which has been spec'd at longer odds on track.
He has. He's got to probably just improve a little bit, but I'll tell you what, he does look good in the parade.
Here he comes, Snip Attack. Peter Moody, the trainer, and Craig Newitt hoping to become the youngest rider to win this race. Number 6 is Lonrose, little brother. Little bro, they call him, Niello.
He's probably, or potentially, the best horse in the race, Brendan. I just don't know where he's going to get to in the run. That's the only thing. He just did the start to sweat up a little bit in the parade too, but he's a great little competitor.
Now, one I quite liked until the barrier draw, Face Value. Patrick Payne for Bevan Lamming.
He looked terrific in the parade too, Brendan. If you like Koosie, got to give this horse a bit of a chance, but gee, he's got the visitor's draw.
The professional filly is Polar Success, Graham Rogerson and Dan Beasley.
You never underestimate this filly, and I believe everything that Graham Rogerson throws at her, she just soaks it up and wants more. Going to need a bit of luck from that alley. I think she's going to dictate what happens through the race, because he's got to push forward on her, try to slot in somewhere.
Number 9, Hasner's been the leading 2-year-old for much of the season. Will she stand up today?
Well, that's the thing. She's been up for a little while, and she's been very competitive. She was I suppose everyone had to gauge themselves on how they went around Hasner.
Okay, number 10, Shamika, another Gay Waterhouse trained runner, very impressive last week in the Magic Night.
Big ask. She got back up within a week, but I believe has worked very, very well at Randwick this week, and she's got a good chance to race. Ran them off the legs last week. She'll go forward and be in the race.
One of the hot fancies on course is number 11, Legally Bay.
She was my fancy, Legally Bay, especially when the draw come out. She should be unbeaten, Brendan. She's had the 3 runs. The time she was beaten was a Silver Slipper, and the first time they tried to ride her behind, she got absolutely lost and should have beaten Hasner. Whole success.
Number 12, Hailey Berry, been tried on course.
Yeah, first Sydney run, that's just a bit of a query here, and hasn't run for about a month and a half. She's on her toes. She'll run a big race for a long, long while.
She sure is. Mick Price, the trainer. Secret Land was very impressive at Kembla. Is that good enough in a slipper?
Well, I'm just a little bit worried. She does switch on and switch off a bit in races, but in saying that, she might be just improving and learning with each run too. A little bit uneasy on course, but she looked okay.
They've tried Dorky at longer odds, number 14.
It's a shocking draw. It's really, really disappointing for the stable for this filly. I'm pretty sure Rod Quinn might have gone this way over Legally Bay if she'd have drawn better, but she didn't have a choice, and Dorky's a good knockout chance if she can have a bit of luck from the alley.
Number 15, How Funny, Gay Waterhouse trained. Disappointed in the Magic Night, but before that, her form's excellent.
She got back a long way the other day. Was subject of a steward's inquiry why she got back as far as she did. Normally does sit up a little bit handy. Glenn Boss has won a slipper before. I'm sure he'll give her every chance.
There's Syrinx on screen for you, number 16.
Yeah, only lightly raced horse, and his run in the Black Opal was a little bit disappointing for my liking.
And Frassasas, number 17, notably for AFL fans in the Hawks colours, prepared by John Hawks.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of the colours going around here from the Ingham's older days, not the Crown Lodge ones that we know these days, and it's good to see them.
What a race, the grand final for 2-year-olds. Let's get some late mail.
Well, there they are. They're on the track for the 2003 Golden Slipper Stakes. Numbers here 1, 2, 6 and 14, and by gee, it's been a huge go on track. Number 1, Kuzi. I'm telling you, if he gets his mind on things here today, he's capable of blowing this field away. He's a magnificent athlete. Had a bit of an attitude problem at Canterbury Park under lights. If he puts things together here, I think you'll see the real horse. Exceed and Excel's way over the odds on track, I feel. He's been brought to a peak on the right day. He certainly can't fault him here. Needs a touch of luck from an awkward draw. Best of the rest, Niello, number 6. I'm forgetting his last start performance. Judge him on his first up win, and he's certainly primed here for today. Best of the rest, I think number 14, Dorky. Give her a touch of luck from a wide draw. I think she'll be in the thick of things. She's as honest as they come. No knock here on the other Gay Waterhouse runners, Secret Land and Shamika. This is the dark horse, Shamika. By all reports, she's thrived since last week. 1 on top, Kuzi, hardest to beat. 2, Exceed and Excel, and 6, Niello.
We're 7 minutes off. Ron mentioned the huge plonk on Kuzi. Briefly, Richard, what took your eye from the yard?
Well, he looked beautiful, Kuzi. I've got to say, it's the best I've ever seen him look. His coach, magnificent. Exceed and Excel, he looks very, very fit. If anything, if I had a tiny criticism, he might have looked a little tight, and he's had a lot of hard racing, so it's just a fraction in it, though. He's very, very good. Snip Attack looked great. Niello's quite a plain horse, really. The first time I've seen him, I wasn't overly impressed with him, but he's, there's nothing wrong with him. Face Value looks great. Polar Success, a plain little thing. Hasner looks okay. I thought the best of Gay Waterhouse's was How Funny, number 15. Looked beautiful in the yard.
OK, being kept very safe in betting. The thoughts of Richard Friedman. Well, can Hailey Berry grab a slipper success, Joe, after such a long stint on the sidelines?
Yes, she has had a stint on the sidelines after running 3rd in the Blue Diamond Mick Price. How do you rate her today?
Oh, it is a golden slipper, Joe, and she's drawn a little bit deep. I suppose by the time you get to that first corner, she's going to stay deep. I don't think there's much chance of her getting in. But I did have a little chat with the chief steward and said to him that she's led in all her races, but 7 weeks between runs, and we want to give her that little bit of a softer run. So I'm hoping that it's run as normal slippers are run, and there's 5 or 6 that want to all jump and go. So it might just put us in the nice spot to have a bit of a softer run.